I finally decided to introduce Wylie again with the puppies. And they're going to have to come in submissively like this. If they're going to, you see how this one, they all roll over. This is all wolf trait. This is where it all comes from. This is just to show the ultimate submission. This would be where they would urinate. And Wylie would show his parental side. So he's just dominating. He's not disciplining. See how he shows his teeth? He's just dominating to let them know where they fit in with him. Now you notice his tail is down. Talking about Wylie. His tail is not up in an aggressive manner. It's just in a dominant manner. He's just setting the hierarchy. If he was aggressive, his tail would be up. He's just telling them. Now the other dogs have tried to tell him this, and they haven't listened to them because they grew up with them during the fear imprint period. These guys did not. I did not have them with them purposely, because we're doing this segment on puppies. We want to see how they respond to different dogs. So that was a perfect introduction. We're going to continue with this. And so now with seeing that, you have to ask yourself the question, when I ask my clients, and I'm talking to the alumni group, and I'm talking to the family of the Fouché Way, when you see that, and I ask you to discipline and dominate your dog, what do you think about that? You know, because the human being wants the sweetness, the softness, the treat, the good girl, the bad girl, don't do that anymore, those type of soft things. But that's not nature. And when this guy did it, did he do it soft? He did it soft. He did a dominant thing in a soft way. And I'm asking people to do that. I give them some very simple things to do, but sometimes the human being is so wrapped up in the emotional aspect of the reason that they got the dog in the first place, which was to show love, that they cannot do it. And so we think that we're bad, or the person that's actually doing the discipline and the domination is a bad person, a horrible person. It's because we don't understand how nature intended animals to process information, and we are so used to those dogs that are subordinate by nature that they accept just that quiet, soft no. And just like people, everybody's different. There are no two people that are the same, and there are no two dogs that are the same. I've been doing this so long, I have never seen two dogs that were the same. Now, when you see my puppy playing with the other girls here, you'll see them all over her. You see the difference. And you'll notice, first of all, you notice they're not giving her a break. But when she takes her mouth, she grabs around the head, the face, the neck, and just kind of hold just a bit. See how they're mimicking? They're learning how to deal with each other, how to communicate with another dog that may be this way or that way, you see? So she's willing to engage. You notice how her tail is up? She's willing. He's telling him, look, I don't want you puppies around right now. I don't see any need for you. You need to understand where I fit in with you, who I am. I'm Big Wylie. That's really what he's saying. Now, is it necessary? We have to ask ourselves that. Sometimes I look at it, I may say, is this necessary? But then, if it wasn't necessary, if nature didn't hardwire him to be like this, then it wouldn't be so. It is what it is. This is the truth. Now, if he really didn't want anything to do with these guys, he would not be following them. He's curious about them, but it's their personality, their nature about themselves that he's not too enthusiastic about right now. But he's going to enjoy the energy that they have, the adolescence, because it will bring out the parental side of him, and he'll get a chance to teach them how to be from a wolf's perspective, which is what dogs are. They're really wolves in dog's clothing. And so now it's time that he spends a lot of time with these guys. because I want them to learn from him. I've waited this long. I've waited for them to be able to listen to me when I raise my voice. And I'm teaching them to deal with dogs that are aggressive and dominant and picking up on the signs and the cues that they're going to be projecting on each other. And they'll have to know that to begin to move into the world on the outside of this facility, which I call the Serengeti Plain. They will have to know how to navigate that terrain. And this is all in preparation. So we're going to be continuing this type of, all of the dogs, puppies, submit to Wylie because he's demanding that hierarchy. And if they give it to him, then he will begin to soften up. You see, he's kind of growling, telling them, move along, young girls, fillies, move along. And if they listen to him, then they will be allowed to be around him more. And again, he will soften up. All right, so we'll continue.